Welcome to this month's parenting video on taming technology. Amy and I are excited to dive into this important topic with you because it's something that almost every family deals with. From social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or Discord, to just screen time in general, trying to keep up on the latest technology can be exhausting.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that, Daryl. We depend on technology for so many things. And as parents, we have an even bigger burden in that we have to help our kids navigate their access to technology. Just like when a child turns 16, we don't just hand them the keys to the car without any prior training. We must do the same with technology because it has the potential to wreck their lives if not used properly.
Absolutely. How much should a child be playing video games? How much TV should they watch a day? Should we allow them to have a social media account? How do we keep them from stumbling on adult content? These are all important questions we must consider. So, in this video, we want to give you 4 ways that'll help you tame technology in your home instead of it taming you.
So, first, when it comes to taming technology, we need to look in the mirror and take a good look at what our habits are and the message we're sending to our children. Forming healthy habits start at an early age, and as parents, we need to set a good example for our kids. Our kids are learning lessons about technology from how we use it. This one hurts a little bit because when Daryl and I were discussing this topic, we realized ourselves that we don't always send the right message. For example, if I don't leave my phone upstairs when I'm teaching Owen and Olivia, I find myself constantly having my phone in my hand, whether it's scrolling through Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram or checking my email, any spare minute I have, rather than focusing on interacting with my kids. Sometimes we don't realize how much we're looking at our phones.
Yeah. Amy, I appreciate that. Way to air our dirty laundry a little bit, that we are not perfect. Surprise, surprise. I hope that's not a surprise to you. Another thing, though, we want to cover is social media. I know it's hard to set boundaries, so let me just give you a few ways that I have found helpful. Granted, you may disagree, but starting off, you should always have access to your kids' teens' social media accounts. Now, if your child is under 12, we recommend that they don't even have a social media. And if they are older than 12, access to it should be staggered and limited. We should be connected to our children on any platform they use. And if we see things that raise red flags, you and me have every right to limit access. As our children grow older, our limit on social media should get a little bit more lenient. But you know what? Remember, social is just that. It's social. So make sure you have a voice in that area for your children.
Those are some great tips, Daryl. So next, I want to share with you about creating tech-free moments. I think it's so important for us to carve out times where we intentionally get ourselves and our children away from technology and just spend time together as a family. Whether it's getting outside for some fresh air, snuggling under a blanket and reading together, cooking or baking in the kitchen as a family, or just having a family game night. Find something that your family enjoys doing together and do it.
I love those tips, Amy, on just kind of creating that tech-free space. It's so important. I mean, I feel like you do a really great job with just inviting the kids in the kitchen with you. And even though it makes a mess, hey, it's okay. It's cleanable. You know, there's so much more we could talk on this subject, but one reminder I want to share with you as our time ends is this. Tech is a privilege, not a right. Never forget, our children don't have to have tablets, watches, and phones. Think back with me. Do you remember growing up and all the iPad time you had and all the time you spent on Facebook? Of course you don't. Because not to age us or anything, but those things didn't really exist to the extent they do now. And guess what? We survived. I promise. Your kids will too.
Tech is about adding to our lives, not dominating our lives.
Absolutely. I mean, who provides these devices anyway? Oh, that's right. We do. And those devices should be used in a way that we approve of. See, we advise parents to use a tech contract to spell out how you expect your kids to use their devices. Setting clear expectations for technology use can lead to clear consequences when their technology is used in an inappropriate way.
Well, as you said earlier, there's so much more time we could spend on this topic. And along with this video, we are going to be sending out more resources and tips that you can use. So if you aren't on the students or kids parent email list, let us know.
Yeah, I love that, Amy. Please let us know because we want to be able to communicate to you, the family. Well, listen, what we're doing is not easy.
But it's worth it.